This content is intended for adult audiences and is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not intended for viewers under 18 without parental supervision and may contain harsh or graphic language, sensitive topics, and disturbing imagery. Viewers' discretion is strongly advised. Okay, welcome to Jamaican Case Files. Tonight, a haunted tale of music, brilliance, and heartbreak. So, Anita Mahfood, known as Margarita, was more than a dancer. She stunned audiences with her bold rhumba, poetry, and fearless voice. Born to a Lebanese-Jamaican family in 1931, her presence lit up every stage in Kingston. Don Drummond was a musical prodigy. His trombone was the heartbeat of early ska music. But behind his genius was a struggle with mental health, including severe schizophrenia. When they met, it was a creative fire. She danced, he played. Together, they were electric. But as Don's episodes worsened, the weight of his illness grew heavier. Anita stayed loyal, beyond reason. All right, so January 1st, 1965. And Anita's body was discovered in Don's apartment. Now, Don admitted to the act. The island was shaken, obviously, by the loss of one of its brightest stars. He was ruled criminally insane and committed once again to Bellevue Hospital. He died 4 years later under unclear circumstances. Now, some say it was natural. Others, they still question what really happened. What do you guys think? Okay. Anita's name, it just, faded into history, sadly. Remembered more for her death than her vibrant life. But Don's music still echoes across generations. But so does the story of what was lost. Anita Mahfood, known to many as Margarita, was one of four daughters. While details about her early life and family are hard to come by, we know she had two children from her previous marriage. That's about all, per se. By the 1950s, while she was still a teenager, she began to dance regularly with Count Ozzy. He was a respected Rastafarian drummer in Kingston's vibrant club scene. So let's fast forward to 1960, right? Anita, now about 21, met 26-year-old Don Drummond, a trombone genius, one of the founding members of the Skatalites. But behind the scenes, Don was battling severe schizophrenia. If you don't know what that is, go ahead and check it out. We're not going to really get into those details, but he was already suffering and diagnosed. He'd already checked himself into Bellevue Hospital at least twice that we know of. Could have been more, could have been less, but that we know of, it was twice prior to meeting Anita. Despite his brilliance, Don struggled with violent mood swings. Okay. He often abused Anita, both mentally and physically, and in public. His bandmates did see it, but whether anyone stepped in to help her, it honestly remains unclear. Now, this is the moment in the story or in the movie theater where we all want to just start shouting, "Run, baby girl, run!" Like, seriously, it's scary, right? Here, this man is about 5 years older than her. Not much, not a huge age gap, but he is older than her and he's already suffering severely with mental illness. Young girl, run, right? We'd say the same if it was a male. And I just want to say this. So many people experience domestic violence, feel trapped. They really do. And sometimes it ends in tragedy. Sometimes they strike back. Either way, nobody wins. So it makes you wonder, if Don's mental health had been treated with more seriousness, could they both have survived? Now, I'm not excusing his actions. What happened was indeed devastating. But the weight of this story is shared between love, illness, and loss. So, let's fast forward to 1964. Anita released a single called Woman Come. Some also say Woman I Come. Either way, it was a heartfelt tribute to Don. A love letter, really. She wrote it specifically for him. Okay? Then comes New Year's Eve. It's December 31st, 1964. So Don missed the Skatalites performance in Harborview. Allegedly, Anita had given him the wrong medication, whether by mistake or not, we may never know. But Don's unstable state at the time and paranoia, I'm assuming, had taken hold. He believed she did it on purpose to keep him from the show, or worse, to be with another man. So in his mind, it's all kind of going downhill. He's potentially losing Anita, right? Now, Anita, none the wiser, she still went and performed that night, had a great show, apparently. I believe it was, um, can't remember the name. I'll let you guys know later of the actual club she performed at that night, but it was a good performance. She came home around 3:30 a.m. Don attacked her, and he ended up stabbing her 4 times in the chest. She died at just 25 years old. I really want to emphasize that she was only 25 years old. I don't know if some of you are there yet or if you've passed it, but that's really young. So basically, it's heartbreaking to imagine her final moments, right? Like scared, confused, even betrayed by someone she deeply loved. Mind you, earlier this year, she just put her first single on record, and it was a love letter to him, right? So they shared about a total of maybe give or take 4 years together. I'm sure she genuinely never expected it to end this way. Hey, I'm sure he didn't expect it to end this way. But in that moment, I can tell, excuse me, I could assume that she just felt deeply betrayed, scared. Dawn, then 31, went to the police and claimed that she had taken her own life. But when officers arrived, Anita's body was found on the bed, the knife still in her chest, and her hand oddly placed inside the bell of Don's trombone. So we can obviously tell that this was an open shut case for them. He shows up, you know, it's kind of open and shut. So Don was arrested and found guilty, obviously, but he was declared criminally insane. The image alone tells you how far gone he had been in that moment. So he was committed to Bellevue, where he did die in 1969 at the age of 35. Cause of death officially was heart failure and anemia, likely worsened by years of medication. But we don't really know. We can say one thing or next. Like I said, the official cause of death was heart failure and anemia. But again, there's lots of, the word on the street is it may have been some things going on behind the scenes, right? But let's not let Anita's story end with her death. She was only 25 years old, so I feel like a lot of this is overshadowed by the tragedy of the story, and we don't actually get a chance to talk about who she was, right? She wasn't just a victim, she was a pioneer woman in Jamaica. She was writing, singing, and performing reggae music before it was even called that. She shaped the rhythm of a nation. You understand what I'm trying to say here? Young gal, young, young, mother of two, had recently been divorced. Rhythm of a nation. Didn't even get to enjoy it. But you know what? I do hope her soul is at peace, and I hope her story is finally being heard. Not just for what tragedy it was, but for how amazing she was from starting so young. You know what I mean? So thank you for listening and honoring Anita Mahfood's legacy. If this story moved you, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe for more real Jamaican stories. Until next time, peace and love unto you.